Some promises are easy to make. A simple word, a quick smile, a confident I promise. But keeping that promise, that's where the real test begins. Benny never thought forgetting one small promise would hurt someone he loved. But that day it did. Morning sunlight painted golden stripes across the forest floor. Birds chirped softly as Benny walked toward Ruby's treehouse, humming happily. Ruby looked worried when he arrived. My grandma isn't feeling well, Ruby said quietly. I need to visit her across the forest. She held a basket of honey cakes and medicine. Benny's cheerful expression softened. I hope she feels better soon, he said gently. Ruby pointed toward her garden. It was full of colorful flowers, tiny herbs, and glowing firefly plants. This garden means everything to me, Ruby said. I planted every flower with my grandma. Her voice trembled slightly. I need someone to water it before sunset. Benny nodded immediately. I promise. Ruby smiled with relief. The word felt light when Benny said it. I promise. It sounded simple, harmless, almost forgettable. But promises are invisible threads that connect hearts. And Benny had just tied one. Later that day, Oliver the fox rushed toward Benny, excitement sparkling in his eyes. Benny, the Forest Adventure Festival is starting near the river. Obstacle races, treasure hunts, music, games. Animals from all over the forest were gathering. Benny hesitated. Ruby's garden crossed his mind, but the excitement felt louder. I'll water the plants later, he thought. One game became 2. 2 became 5. Laughter filled the air. Benny ran, jumped, and celebrated with friends. The sun slowly moved across the sky. Golden afternoon turned into soft orange evening. And Benny forgot. That night, a dry wind swept through the forest. Ruby returned home exhausted. She walked to her garden. Her smile faded. The flowers drooped. Petals lay scattered on the ground. The soil was dry. Ruby whispered, I trusted Benny. The next morning, Benny arrived with excitement. Ruby, yesterday was amazing. He stopped. The garden looked lifeless. Ruby stood silently beside it. You forgot, didn't you? She asked softly. Benny's chest tightened. I was going to, but the words felt weak. Ruby shook her head. It's not about the flowers. It's about the promise. That evening, Benny sat alone near the river. The laughter from yesterday felt distant. He replayed the moment he said, I promise. He realized something painful. For Ruby, it wasn't just a task. It was trust. And he broke it. Before sunrise, Benny woke up with determination. He carried water buckets carefully. He watered every plant gently. He trimmed dry leaves. He added fresh soil. He planted new seeds beside the old ones, not to erase his mistake, but to show he cared. Ruby watched quietly as Benny worked. I can't undo yesterday, Benny said softly. But I can take responsibility. I broke my promise. I'm sorry. Ruby smiled gently. Promises aren't about perfection. They're about effort. That day, Benny learned something important. Promises are not small words. They carry big trust. And when you break one, the strongest apology is action. What do you think? Should promises always come before fun? In the next episode, Benny faces fear during a stormy night.